Welcome back to Alpha Recap, your quick post-market wrap from StockAlpha.ai. We're coming at you after the close with the highlights, reactions, and what to watch next. As always, if you have questions, you can reach us at StockAlpha.ai.
Great to be here. Markets finished the day with a clear risk-on vibe, led by big tech and AI-related names. Lots to unpack.
So what really stands out here is the headline numbers. The S&P 500 finished up about 0.5%, and the NASDAQ 100, the tech-heavy index, outperformed with roughly a 1% gain. Small caps, though, barely moved, essentially flat.
That gap is telling. Large cap tech led, small caps lagged. It felt like a selective rally. Mega cap and AI-linked names got a bid, while the rest of the market sat on its hands.
Exactly. And the day had two clear drivers. First, Cisco reported a surge in AI-related orders, and the stock jumped about 14%. That news acted like a real, tangible proof point that enterprises are spending on compute and networking upgrades.
Right. And the other thing is the Fed narrative. There was a modest shift in how traders price policy. Headlines and some Fed commentary were read as a bit less hawkish, which reduced near-term tail risk and helped risk assets rally.
And crypto felt it too. Bitcoin and Ether moved higher on the day as traders interpreted the policy clarity as slightly friendlier to speculative assets. I mean, when you step back and look at this, it was more about sentiment than a wholesale macro repricing.
The market's response was measured. This wasn't a broad risk-on stampede. It was concentrated in names tied to AI infrastructure and recurring revenue models.
The Cisco move was the clearest signal. When a networking giant reports meaningful upticks in AI orders, it feeds the whole ecosystem: chips, cloud, systems integrators, enterprise software. People started trading on multi-year capital expenditure cycles again.
Big move.
And you had other standouts. Alibaba jumped after management leaned into AI. Despite weaker reported profits, the market was willing to look through near-term softness because of the AI narrative.
Honestly, I was a bit surprised by that one. Shows how powerful the AI theme remains. Even companies with mixed near-term numbers can catch a bid if the strategic story is strong.
Yeah, that tracks. On the flip side, Meta came under pressure after mixed first quarter takeaways. Ad business questions and content monetization worries weighed on sentiment there, which contrasted with the broader tech rally.
Netflix got some tailwinds from media events, upfronts and Cannes chatter. So media was a bit of a niche winner. But again, that strength was sector-specific rather than market-wide.
Energy was a curious story. There were Hormuz-related headlines that injected volatility and caused some pressure at the open, but the sector finished mixed. Integrated producers did better than highly leveraged energy names.
Not a great day if you were in some of those high operational leverage energy names.
Utilities and real estate were quieter. Typical underperformance in a risk-on rotation. Though real estate had pockets of strength, where development momentum and financing windows were favorable.
Materials and industrials were mixed. Commodity-sensitive names didn't get a unified bid because investors were prioritizing the AI story in tech.
Let's talk breadth for a second. Technically, the rally was concentrated. The NASDAQ outperformed the S&P, and small caps didn't confirm the move. Traders who watch internals will want to see broader participation. Sustained rallies usually need small and mid-cap follow-through.
Not what anyone expected.
Looking ahead, there are a few clear things to watch. 1. Follow through in AI hardware and software. Cisco set the tone. If suppliers and cloud partners keep rallying, the rotation into tech would have more legs.
2. Any new Fed comments or economic prints. Traders will amplify anything that looks like a change in policy direction. Inflation reads, wage data, payrolls, they'll all matter a lot after today's move.
3. Small cap breadth. That IWM flat finish was a warning sign. If small caps don't start participating, the rally stays narrow and more fragile.
4. Geopolitical headlines. Hormuz risks can flip investor focus quickly and move money toward energy and defense, away from high valuation tech.
And 5. Corporate catalysts. Earnings, guidance, and big events like potential IPOs. Cerebras is being watched as a potential test of public appetite for AI hardware plays. its pricing and debut performance could be a bellwether.
Short reactions. Right. Got it.
For traders and listeners, here's the practical read. The market showed constructive action in large caps today, but the internals were mixed. Data and speeches could push sentiment either way, so it's a day for watching confirmatory moves rather than overreacting to a single headline.
I mean, when you step back and look at this, it reminded me of earlier cycles where mega caps outpace breadth for long stretches. That pattern can persist, but it's also vulnerable to sudden reversals if macro data surprises.
Quick recap of the biggest individual movers. Cisco popped about 14% on AI orders. Alibaba rallied on bullish AI talk. Meta lagged on ad worries. Netflix got a bump from media events, and Cerebras remains a watch item ahead of its listing.
Short segment, 2 takeaways. 1. AI narrative drove a re-rate. 2. Breadth didn't confirm. Keep both in mind.
Final thoughts and key takeaways. First, the S&P 500 was up about 0.5%, and the NASDAQ 100 led with roughly a 1% gain, while small caps were essentially flat.
Second, Cisco's surge reinforced the idea that AI spending is moving into broader enterprise budgets. That lifted related hardware and software names.
Third, Fed messaging that traders read as slightly less hawkish helped risk assets and cryptocurrencies, but the market's move was measured and narrow, not a full macro regime change.
And a quick reminder, this analysis is for informational purposes only. This is not personalized investment advice, and we are not recommending buying, selling, or holding any security. Analysts note trends and market dynamics based on available data.
If you've got questions about anything we covered today, head to stockalpha.ai, where you can ask us directly and we'll answer live. For more market analysis and insights, visit stockalpha.ai. Thanks for listening.
See you next time on Alpha Recap.